Morning, folks. Don't mind all the twitching. It's a little worse than normal today. Danbarite. This is some of that nice, it's like a pink ore danbarite. It's got a soft pink ore in it. It's mostly clear though. Smoky quartz. This is energizing. Okay, vibrates the whole body. And this is relaxing. Okay, it's like a cloudy day. It's just, you kind of relax. You don't have to focus on anything. And in the pocket they go. Come on, come on. Okay, the phone would not cooperate. It's 9 o'clock a.m. Sunday, August 14th. Talking with Wolf. I just looked at this little wolf I got in here. Just as soon as I saw that, he started talking to me. It's not the picture talking, it's the Wolf Fagan, one of my spirit guides, animal spirit guides, talking with me. Had some stuff to say. That's why imagery is so important. And when people say, boy, you sure do have a big imagination, you know, I look at them and say, cool, thanks. I appreciate you realizing that. Telepathy is imagination, the imaging and the projection of it back and forth. So it's the producing of image to send back and forth. Imagination's not the word that's been used to be. So it's image producing, whatever that is. New name, maybe something come up, who cares? The main thing is those that do it will be, well, it's just a process of their evolving, of y'all's evolving. Telepathy's used everywhere. Look at Ta'ir. He's incredible. Anyway, there's a couple things I want to go over. One of them is something that just happened with the Drachk ship, the big Drachk mothership, not the other ones that are here, but this thing, the size of this thing, we'll talk about it later, but the size of this thing, I'll give you a real good idea about how big it is. It's bigger than Venus and smaller than Earth. Take a look at the two of them together and see how close they are. That'll give you a real good idea how big the ship is, okay? It's being here is totally unprecedented. This type of thing's never happened for here, but it's crazy. Anyway, we'll get back to that in a minute. The main reason I wanted to have this video is that there was some stuff happening this morning when I woke up with this spirit that originated from the planet Planetary Essence. That has to do with dying. You know, dying is such a silly word to me. I don't know. It's so funny though. I'm jumping around, but when I walked outside this morning, I had already seen what was going on with the Drachk mothership, and I looked outside, and the sky was. I can see energy. I can see stuff. Okay. Small particles of stuff. When you can't see it with your eye, you can still see it with your, use your abilities and see it and feel it. Our skies, our atmosphere is totally polluted. Around the Earth, we have so much trash out in space, it's disgusting. Space stations get hit with screwdrivers, debris from other stuff. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we're known for cleanliness and organization. Whatever. But there wasn't a cloud, there wasn't a chemtrail or anything in the sky, and I thought it was so funny. The Drakh were the first race. The Draco were the they're imposters. They're trying to take they genetically quote unquote enhance their DNA with Drachk DNA. They're real proud of it. Drachk, we're not too happy with it, and I'm not either. They're arrogant, abusive, and worse. They're very aggressive about it. The Drachk are an incredibly benevolent and compassionate people, but never underestimate their power, their fortitude to do what they need to. When Lily and Ara had that very first life in all creation, on that planet that we call Gaia, that's in the stone Essonite and star Essonite, that very first life when they were butchered, we came back making new bodies. I told Lily, just thank you. I told Lily, just make what I make when we hit this planet's surface. And those nasty looking like velociraptors on steroids that destroyed us the first time, we literally built bodies. As soon as we ran into them, we went through 100 of them, just ripped them up like they were paper mache. That's the power of the Drachk race. After being butchered so quick, so hard, so viciously, that first life, the second life we came back, yeah. I got this protection issue. I think some of you know about that. I remember seeing Lily's eyes when she was being shredded apart, me feeling helpless while I was being shredded apart. Okay, let's leave that alone. Anyway, I've talked before about, what they call the kundalini, the two snakes that go up and down the spine. That is actually two different, it's a way to represent the concept. It's an ancient way to represent the concept, and it works. It has till now. Quite fine. Of the two different spirits in the body. And 40%, one snake's a little bigger than the other, so yeah, as we would say. The spirit, that's a planetary essence. That's normally about 40% of what's in there. And then 60% is the actual you that's in the body. Now with source energy, it's different, okay? It's like about 90%. Essence is more, excuse me. Essence is about 80%. So anyway, it has to do with energy level, nothing else. Nothing's any better than anything else, and a lot of stuff that's stronger has been abusive and causing and maintaining problems, and they're dealt with for the most part, almost completely. But anyway, they're put in the body to mess with you and to keep you from getting out of your body too easily. That's why that was made to happen originally. You don't need to have dual core, a dual spirit core. Okay. Gaia gave up a bunch of small pieces of herself to be going in these bodies. She was told to, so she did. She didn't have a choice in the matter. None of the planets have. The original first being male and female, when they existed, they were totally and completely totalitarian about everything they did. So the planetary essence, the smaller part of your kundalini in your body, that's planetary essence. Its body is physical planetary mass. The Earth is Gaia's body. Gaia, her planet, was her body. There's a lot of it here. Its normal state, normal desire is to hold on to a planet. It's made like that. Gaia has been in this planet a very long time, and when she broke off small parts of herself to go into these bodies, they had already been attached to this planet a long time. So when you're in a body having a life and you want to get out, that part of you that's in there, it does not want to come out. It don't want to come out. It wants to stay there. That's the struggle of death. That's what helps. That's just one of the things. one of the many things that the original first being, male and female, did to you to keep you in the body. Of course, that makes it suffer too. So they're just winning all over the place, all this suffering. Remember, they never had one life before they were destroyed, not even one. But they were so kind to abuse all of you. Almost sounds like our governments, huh? Not having to do anything other than give us laws and then live whatever way they want to. Above the law. We make the laws, we don't have to follow them. We're above you, better than you. That's not how it started on this, in this country, on this planet. Anyway, wow, how it started on this planet, all the different ages. Started out in Lemuria. Book 2 of the Creation series. Creation, its journey evolving into paradise. Remember, there's no such thing as perfect anything. There's no perfect paradise. But when you've been going through hell and all of a sudden things are nice, that's pretty much paradise. It's like when you're, when you're having a vacation. It's like a temporary, quick paradise. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I'll tell you about why I brought this thing up anyway. The physical bodies disappear and the new ones appear. Chapter 7 of, I don't know what section. 370 something. The Fae introduce themselves in physical bodies. The final arrival of our family from space. Upheaval in the North Atlantic Ocean. Blah, 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 blah. Violence in the Pacific. Where is it? Anyway, in the very back, I should have... There we go. There's some charts in the back. Okay, well, charts, lists, whatever. It's information for you. Okay, there's negativity percentages of the original spirits, the new stuff, what kind there are, old angels, new angels. The first age in this planet, okay, it's about 10.572 to 8.3 million years ago. There's been life on this planet over 11 million years, making bodies, souls coming here, hooking up with Gaia, and then Gaia would send up part of the planet, and then send the spirit part of the planet, and then you would just kind of, bond with it, not becoming one, but working together, blah. And you'd make your own body, and the physical mass from the planet literally gets pulled up into you, and when it finishes making a body, it actually finishes right at the solar plexus. So anyway, it's got a list of all the different. The fourth age was 1.1 million to 800,000 years ago, and that's not to the year, okay, but it gets you right there in the area. Fifth age, 750,000 years ago to December 21st, 2012. Okay, well, there's from 750,000 to 800,000. That's a 50,000 year gap. What happened? That's the Earth transforming. You've heard about in the Hopi legends and stuff about there's some crazy guy, real powerful being, came down here, and he went to the ant people, and he asked the ant people. Well, they say I told him, but whatever. But he told the ant people, he asked the ant people to go ahead and take care of these humans that he could find. So they took him down below the crust. The antids have been here for well over 12 million years. It goes back farther than that. But what I'm talking about, the actual civilization put on top of the planet, that's just under 11 million years. 10.572 million years ago was when the red atom came here and started the red Adam and Eve, and then the other 4 Adams and Eves, and that's when the Fae bodies were made here too. Anyway, so that part of the body, that part of the kundalini or core energy, dual spirit core energy, it can cause problems getting in and out. I'm leaving yesterday. I got slammed real hard. And I saw Lily and Gaia, a part of Lily and Gaia in my head. And they were working on me hard. They were separating my energy from the planetary energy, what's left of it in there. And they did such a good job that this morning I woke up and I was talking with it, with that part of my energy. It was easily seen as a separate being instead of being bonded with me. Now when people pass, or when I do consults or go into you, crank you up, I can talk with both parts of you. But folks, when it's inside yourself, it's different. It's harder to do. It's not that I couldn't do it, but I never could do it. It was never so clear as it was this morning, and it was always trying to hide, but now it couldn't. And I just looked at it and I said, man, you act young. This spirit was very goofy, happy, like a little kid running around. So let's go do this, let's go do that. And I'm like, wow, what the heck's with you? So anyway, and I told this part, that spirit inside me, that earth and spirit, I said, look, this is over soon, we're going. And it knew. It's he and she. It's planetary essence is female, but remember, when any energy breaks off like this, where it's male and female, sometimes it never breaks 50-50. It's always a little off. Sometimes 37, 63. So what's in me is female, but male too. So anyway, it was just kind of interesting seeing that. But the new lives that you have, you're not going to go through that. These parts of Gaia that she released to go into bodies and have lives, that's about to be over. They don't belong into being put in a body, ripped out, put into a body, ripped out. That's torture. Given a body, taken away. Given a body, taken away. Planetary essence is made to stay in there a long time. Gaia, she was the very first planet to ever have life on her. Well, she's still around. There's still, you hold some star essonite or some essonite, any kind of essonite, that means it's got Gaia in it. There's some pieces of stone here too that have just her in it. She's powerful. So like I said, her planet's mass was 270 times that of Jupiter. She's the strongest of the planetary essence individuals. And people wonder where that came from. Universal excuse me. Universal essence was made bigger than the other fields of essence when they were broken apart. And it was like one huge orb of spirit energy. And then it literally separated into male and female. So this one huge star, male energy, and then another and then one huge female that's not quite as big, female universal essence planets. When it's time for when a new planet was ready, like the Earth is kind of new, then part of that planetary essence, the female universal essence, broke off. Went inside Earth, and that was a birth of Gaia. That's where she came from. I probably sound like a commercial, but I wrote these books for you for a reason. This is how everything began. Okay, you go to your religious books, your Bible, all that other trash. There's nothing in there that's going to do you too much good. That's how it all started, where it came from. Scientists talk about one small piece of heavy particulate matter and poof, it became the universe. Well, no, but they're kind of on their way to understanding. There was a lot of small pieces of heavy particulate matter, and each piece was opened up, just a whole bunch was taken and then spread out, bam. So, as a matter of fact, astronauts, this has been a known fact for a long time. Astronauts, when they would go out in space, when they first started bringing the those capsules back and then the shuttles, they had to quit, retire them after a while. You know what they found out when they would check it? They'd find like a small amount of leakage in it, and they didn't understand why. And they needed to know. You don't want to be leaking oxygen out in space. They found these incredibly small, almost microscopic holes, some of them were, in the hull. It's little teeny pieces of heavy particulate matter, just shooting, flying around. They found it going through people's brains. It's so small, it doesn't, do a whole lot, but it's out there. Well, there's some larger pieces of that. Doesn't have to be, super huge, but that's what's floating around. The second dimension, there's some out here too. Third. So that's where the universe has come from. Heavy particulate matter in the second dimension, which is the one right above us. Okay. We all try to understand dimensions the best way we can, and we do the best we can. And what the hell's wrong with that? It's like, oh well, you're wrong. It's like, whatever. If there's a correction, make it. Get an eraser, rewrite it. What's the big deal? Oh, you were wrong. It's like, who the hell hasn't? Who the hell hasn't been wrong? That's stupid. It's what they say about psychics. For Pete's sake, get rid of that damn word. Someone trying to use the word psychic, you might as well use the word psycho. I mean, that's a box with a big question mark in it that someone puts you in and says you're not a psychic because I say so because, and they make up whatever reason. That's stupid. Everyone has metaphysical abilities. The hell you call a mother's intuition, huh? Is it physical? Can you grab it? No. What do you call love? Can you grab it? No. That's metaphysical too. It's produced by the heart. Things are so damn simple. They've been kept scrambled by the original first being, male and female. We're going to get into the Drachk stuff here in just a little bit. I had to get this out of the way. It's important to me. Sorry. Excuse me. Got all excited and then boom. It's important to me that you have all the material you need, as much material as possible, to help you understand who you are and to wake up. It's not like you overslept. It's not like you've done anything wrong. You haven't. You've had stuff done wrong to you every damn life, just about. Well, no, it has been every life, but some lives were, made to be a whole lot better. So you have to have a break, otherwise you go crazy. Abuse frequencies. How many years now have I been telling everybody you're so much more than you realize you are? You're so much more than you can understand. You're so much more than anyone's ever allowed you to be. And that started with the original first being, male and female. But with people around you too, organizations, governments, religions. Everything's made to beat you up. So, anyway, very first video I put out, I actually called it Psychic Power Increase at Low Cost. When you talk with people, you use their thank you, you use their language, and that's the only reason I did that. But when you start talking about something, people know what you're talking about, and then you move to change the terminology and explain why, then that helps people. You have a common denominator, and then you change the the numeric equation. You change the terminology, the definition for something. If I go to France, I expect to be speaking to people in French. I'll be appreciative when somebody has English, knowledge of speaking English, but I don't expect them to speak my language. The idea of communication is what? Communication. Jay says things so simple, that's because they are. The more you try to complicate things, the farther you get away from the base of what they are. You get way out here, like numerology. You take the basis, it's just fine. You start going way out here with 8-digit numbers, meaning this, and there's this one, oh, the elders are coming to this. No. It's about core stuff, okay? Number one, singularity, single, everything as one, or as the individual, the one that stands apart, yourself. 2, harmony, understanding, compassion. 3, people, meeting people, people getting together, people moving as a whole. I can tell you all the different runes and everything else that mixes with that. I put that together one time. I'm trying to get it back on the websites. I'm doing what I can. I'm about to finish the paperwork today, and tomorrow finish all the legal stuff. My situation with my house and all that, that's already how can I say, settling out. That's coming to a close. The situation with Michelle is Paul will be finishing that for me while I'm gone, and then the issue with Karen and property of mine that she still has across the Atlantic. That's going to be taken care of by my lawyers and Paul. Being on the other side of the Atlantic is, sorry, that's not going to keep you away from my lawyers, but more so than that, I am going to be free of this body real soon, and I'll be me again. So poor Karen's going to have Paul over here with my lawyers, and I'll be taking care of things on the other side. That crystal will be returned to where it belongs, and that's Paul's hand. It's for family. Anyway, this person has some I don't want to be mean, some mental thought process issues that actually puts her on disability for it, where she lives. And I have said some things publicly to try to keep her calm and keep her from breaking that crystal. If she does, she does. But it's important to be kept together in one piece. So anyway, the way creation was made is very sad, wrong, abusive, and etc., etc. The environment that we've had to live in, creation has been very abusive, very hard on all of us, and very wrong. That's changing now. And who's going to help us with this change in the physical world? The Drachk. The Drakh are awesome. This Drachk mothership, the field literally is part of what I am, inside, not outside. This is a physical body. It's a tired, beat up body that I'm really happy to get out of. People talk about death like it's death so final, that's the end. No, it's not. They should call it going home, relief, freedom. That's what it should be called. I mean, it's sad when someone we love dies, and as we die, it can be sad to leave those we love behind as we're going. But that is mostly the spirit from the planet inside you causing the issue. And folks, that's not going to be allowed anymore. Children are going to be much more serious. They already are, but they're going to become even more serious about things and more understanding about what's real. Just because of the way things are going to be changed, they're going to have lives in their body without that earth and energy in there, and that the spirit, earth and spirit, that spirit that's been in the bodies, that stuff needs a rest, folks. It has to keep going, having lives. That's wrong. That's abusive. Put in the body, rip it out. Put in the body, rip it out. Put in the body, rip it out. Oh yeah, that's really kind, considerate, compassionate. Anyway, so this Drachk mothership, I was looking at it this morning. There was an energy transference in the field, so I felt it. Okay, no one told me anything. I felt energy change, and I looked at the ship. I looked at it energetically, and I saw all these different energy waves going on inside the ship, and it started moving. I'm like, what the hell? It split up. I didn't know what was going on at first. It split up into one. Now remember, this thing it's literally, but it's just barely bigger than Venus, and it's just barely smaller than the Earth. That's how big this ship is. Okay. There's one huge part of it still, and then there's 4 other very big pieces. 2 of them a little bigger than the other ones, and then there's other huge pieces. Okay, you're going to find them moving around into some key places in the solar system, but where are they centered? What are they surrounding physically now? They have that field out there, folks. They're letting more stuff in and out, but not everything. They're going to be surrounding us, the Earth. Surrounding us physically. Coming in to say hi? No, they're not here for that. So, every time Shiny, the really cool female Sepoy, she's so sweet, I think about her, I almost want to tear up, man. She's got so much love. She's awesome. She's family too. She knows it. She feels it. I'm thinking about when she was just here a couple nights ago, and she knows, she understands, and she just patted me on the left arm. It's like, thanks, Daddy, for coming down here one more time. There are some incredible, wonderful beings all around us, especially in other bodies from space. And as I say that, remember who the hell you are. You're here for a reason. You're here to help bring change. A lot of you were calling me, we're having consults and stuff, or calling, and you're just so confused. It's like, I know I'm here for a reason, but it's like the reason's gone. I can't see. I don't know what it is. It's like it was taken away from me. Well, yeah, it was. A lot of us were here to help people understand that December 21st, 2012, when I went into people, started pulling out that source. Wow. I have so little energy left of me anymore that doesn't even make me dizzy. That's funny. It's under 3% now. Anyway, that used to knock me over just about. That's so funny. I'm trying to get back to what I was talking about, but I've always had a joke that um, that I tell people that they'd say that I forget stuff and everything, and I don't want people to feel bad about themselves, especially because they're so awesome. But I would say, oh, that's nothing, man. As I get older, of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Anyway, heck, that's funny. It came in, came out. Um, anyway, I'll probably find it here in a minute. But I'm gonna jump again, like I always do. This Drachk mothership, I'm being hammered. Lily's giving me a hard time. That's so funny. She will not let me let go of that other thought process. Oh, shiny. She put the thought back in my head. I'll tell you what, there's parts of Lily that can be rather obstinate sometimes. Um, Shiny is really cool. She's really sweet. There's so many people out there that are so cool, so strong, and so aware. But folks, so are you. You're here for a reason. You're here for the change. That's what I was talking about. What changed? So the reason why people would feel kind of, separated from why they were here, it's like something's wrong with the format for this life. What I'm supposed to do. Well, December 21st, 2012 is when everybody, after I pulled the barrier out of everybody, that they were all of a sudden going to start becoming more aware. And then originally first being male and female, most of the female would make sure I didn't take too much source energy out of people. And if I did, she put some hers back in there so people couldn't wake up much, but they wake up a little bit. Then they just enough for them to see there's a mother and father God. And they'd see him in all their glory and everybody, oh, praise Mother, Father God. Well, yeah, that didn't happen. Okay, that's when a fight started with between me and them, and they're gone. And the new 2012 was and is 2016. People becoming awake, things changing everywhere. The Drakh are here to help, and Antids are here to help maintain that and protect. When Shiny would come, you okay, Herky? You're all right, buddy. When Shiny would come visit me and Deanna, Berjou, Paul, she sees James too. Wow. So anyway, a lot of us are getting visits. She and one or two, or sometimes three, folks with her, the science. Medical science, science and medical type stuff. They get 3 to 4 Drakh escorts armed. This is no joke. What's going on? These children that are being made from DNA from myself and some of the Lilies. 7 years from now, you'll find out about these children. Ann and I have 2 daughters and a son. It's so funny every time Berjou goes look at our son. She goes, "Damn, this guy's like the Hulk." He's not that big like that, but like physical man, he's huge. He's incredibly strong physically. These are genetically, engineered people. That's one way to get away from the pain of childbirth. Chain of childbirth, holy mackerel. Anyway, you'll see it. They'll be most of what they'll be doing is going to be out there in space, not here, but they will be in and out. You'll see them doing all kinds of freaky stuff. I love you, Herky, honey. I love you. Okay, we'll go in just a minute. Okay. Anyway. So the Drakh are doing their part to help protect everyone. The Draco and not the Drachk. That's what I got. Herky, I'm almost done. I'm at the Draco. I'll be done in 1 second. I know we got to go. I know time's up. We got stuff to do. I got to get back into accounting and got to clean up and go eat first. I know. We'll get something in a minute, okay? Okay. Good boy. Okay. Come on, Herc. Come here. He won't come because he wants me downstairs now. Anyway, the Draco are a reptilian race. Herc, I'm coming, honey. I'll be right there. The Draco are a reptilian race that they're aggressive. They're very fast physically. They're aggressive, but they're arrogant and very abusive. And they did everything they could. They did everything they could a long time ago to steal Drachk DNA and embed themselves with it. And they're trying to call themselves like Super Drachk and everything. They're kind of now. That's as a race, they have a lot of problems. Okay, so does the human race. But that's why they have some issues. They're very arrogant and abusive about stuff. There's some wonderful Draco too. Okay, it's like everything else. Okay, whatever goes into something is the base of what it is. I'm coming, Herc. I know we got to go. I'm being hounded, and Lily's like it's like she's in my back pushing me. It's like you got to go. I have a lot to do, and I have no time. I have to get this. All the figures done today and sent off tomorrow, and then it's nothing but packages. Getting all my packages out finally. I got to burn a bunch of DVDs and stuff to send Deanna, but I got to send stuff all over the world. Anyway, folks, look. I'm just trying to feed you as much as I can before I can't do it physically anymore. But and thanks for everything, Steph. Love you, honey. Thanks. You, Dad, your daughter. We'll keep names out of it. But thank you so much for the gift, and I haven't forgot your package either, sweetie. I had to buy some more books and get them rushed over to me real quick so I can keep up with those promises. And there's a lot of stuff I got to hurry and get out. So anyway, folks, love you. It's hard to relax, and it's made to be hard to relax. Your bodies were made like that and everything else. There's different ways to get that done. Also, the Spiritual Foundation, I can't get his name properly right now. He's puts together some very good video works. For those of you a lot of you are going to be making your own videos talking about this. Folks, this grows through y'all. I just came here to tear crap up on the other side. Tear up that mess, write the book so you have them, so you have your information, the truth of what exists, and how it got to be there. How did it all start? Where'd this thing called God come from? And then book number 2, I don't know. Maybe I will be able to do that. Book 3 and DVD. That's up in the air. But the most important part was the 2 books. So anyway, this gentleman really puts together a wonderful format. I can't remember the name of the website or anything. I can't remember anything. It'll be at thespiritualfoundation.com. Those of you that are family, especially that are doing this, I'd like you to get a hold of him when you're ready. Do you have to? No, not telling you what to do, but I'd like you to, because he'll take good care of you. He's good people. And if you go to thespiritualfoundation.com, you'll see it there. We'll probably put it on jressex.com too. All that is being done by Deanna. So, folks, love you. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you're seeing this, wherever you're seeing it. And thanks for giving me your attention and your time. It's about you, for you. This stuff will help. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for me. Folks, love you, man. Take care and have a good one. Let's go, Herc, buddy.